Hi, my name is Ines Samuel, and you're welcome to Sacri's Vlog. In this episode, we're talking about reasons for denial by visa types. Each visa type has its reasons for visa denial. One I will be talking about is the tourist visa, for instance, the B1 and the B2 US visa. Now, the tourist visa is one of the types of visa that is mostly denied, and these are the two major reasons. The two major reasons are one, weak ties with home country. Now, the reasons why most tourist visa, for instance, the B1, the B2 US tourist visa, the reasons why they are mostly denied is because one, the weak ties to home country, that is your connection to your home country, is very weak. So during the interview, they were asking you questions, want to see if there's any strong tie, strong reasons for you to come back home. If there's anything that connects you back to your country. For instance, you may be traveling, maybe you want to travel to Poland or to any country, and you're going on the tourist. For the fact that it's a tourist visa, you apply for a tourist visa, they're expecting you to come back home. So what is going to connect you? What is the proof that something's going to bring you back home, your home country, where your weak ties? What connects you to your home country? For it, maybe your business, or maybe your family, or maybe your property. You have some property back in Nigeria, or you have a business back in Nigeria. Something that really connects you, that gives them the belief that you're coming back home. For tourist visa, number one, weak ties to home country is one of the reasons they denied tourist visa. And number two, vague travel itinerary. Where your travel itinerary is not properly organized. It seems you don't know where you're going to. They don't really understand your movement in the country. It gives them a notion that you don't know where you are going to, and you don't know what you want to do in that country, and you may constitute a nuisance to the citizens of the country. So when you have a vague, unspecific, undirectional travel itinerary, it may want them to deny you visa. Another thing, three, is when you have a very bad financial report, or a very bad financial background, or how will I put it, proof of funds. When your proof of funds does not show that it's authentic and it's not enough to take care of yourself within the period in which you're coming to as a tourist, it might warrant them to deny you the visa. Then the other one I was talking about is the student visa. This is another visa type, the student visa. Now, one of the reasons why visas are denied to students or prospective students is one, there is an unconvincing reason for course selection. What is the reason why you are choosing this course? Okay, I want to study electrical engineering. Why do you want to study it? And if they check your record and find out that there's not been a connection between you and this course, they're not convinced of your reason of you go for that course. They might not give you that visa. There must be a strong reason why, a convincing reason why you are choosing that course of study. Number two, doubts about returning after study. Don't be tempted. Don't be deceived when they ask you, okay, do you intend to work with us when you're done with the studies? Don't say yes, I intend working. No, make them believe that you are coming back home. If you make them believe that you are not coming back home, you want to stay there and study, they're going to deny you the visa. But they've got to be convinced of your reason of course selection, and two, don't let them have any doubt that you are not coming back home after studies. Even if you want to extend your study, that is up to you. But don't let them know. Don't let them believe, or don't let them think that you are not coming back home after study. You must come back home. That is their belief. That you must come back and practice what you studied in that country, back in your country. Now, number four, I want to talk about is the work visa. The third visa type is the work visa. Now, the reasons why a lot of work visas are being denied is one, the employer is not verified. Not every employer in a country is actually licensed to employ you. So when a consultant or immigration company approaches you and says, okay, there are jobs available, blah blah. In some companies, what I always do, I always want to check the country, check the job, check the company, and find out from the company if they have anything to do with these immigration lawyers, or if they're actually verified with the country, if they're actually licensed to bring. Because every company abroad has what is called a quota. There must be a quota given to them, the ability, the license to bring a foreigner to work in that country. So not all companies, not all employers have the license or the quota to bring someone in. So whenever someone gives an offer letter, make sure you do a background check of the company that is employing you or your employer. Be sure that are verified, they are real. There are some companies that are not real, they're just vague companies, they don't exist. Find out if they really exist and find out if they're actually into an agreement with this recruiting company. Okay. Now, the second reason why these work visas are being denied is inadequate qualification for the or experience. Now, if you actually applied for a particular job and your qualifications don't match with the job, or the experience you had in your CV does not match with the job you are applying for, they're going to deny that visa. They're going to deny the visa because there must be something that relates it. For instance, even when you go to any job and the interviewer asks you questions, they'll go through your CV and say, okay, what have you done so far? Okay, and you're applying for a storekeeper, and there is no experience, there is no qualification that shows that you have an experience, that you've worked as a storekeeper, or you've done any such form of certification to show that you are an experienced or you are a certified storekeeper, or you're an accountant. Yes, you can be qualified, but even if you're an accountant and you're qualified and you don't have that experience, then how are you going to deliver as a staff in that company? So you've got to be sure that you have the qualifications. Whenever people they call and they ask me, okay, I want to work in the country. I ask them, what is your CV like? Let me have your CV. Let's do an evaluation test. You've got to do an evaluation test to see if your CV can actually qualify a particular job. The evaluation test actually helps you to verify which job that suits your CV. You understand? So these are the reasons why work visas are actually denied. Now, another one is immigrant visa. One is ineligibility under immigration law. For everyone who wants to migrate to a company, to a country, there are eligibility migration laws. There are laws that makes you qualified to come in. Not everybody is qualified to go to the UK. Not everybody is qualified to go to Australia. Not everybody is qualified to go to Denmark. Not everybody is qualified to go to New Zealand. Not everybody is qualified to go to America. They have their standards. They have what they are looking for in every immigrant. They want to be sure that you fit into their system so that you're not going to have any problem. So it's important. So when you don't fit into the system, they'll find it difficult to give you visa, to allow you come into the country, because you're going to constitute nuisance. Nobody wants nuisance in their country. Come on. Even you won't constitute nuisance in your environment, your community. So these are the reasons why um, they don't grant visa to some immigrants. And two, for migrant visas, another reasons why they deny the visa is sponsor income low threshold. Sponsor income low threshold. When the person who is bringing you in, or you are sponsoring yourself, though you don't have the enough finance backup to sustain you while you are there, they're going to deny you visa, because you have to eat. You have to need an accommodation. You need where to stay. You need food to eat. You need movement. You need all the social. Have to socialize. You need money. So when you don't have these things on ground, it will be hard for them to issue a visa. All right. Now these are the four visa types I know. Although there are more visa types, but most visa types fall under these four categories of visa types. Okay. So I'm going to talk about something else: how to avoid a visa denial. Now, how do you avoid visa denial? Number one, be honest and accurate. Be honest and accurate. Never submit false documents or give misleading information. Whenever you are applying for a visa, always try to be honest and try to be accurate. Whenever your documents are having issues, it's a red flag to them. So try to submit original documents. Avoid submitting false documents or give misleading information. Even your age is enough to disqualify you. Double check your application for consistency. For instance, your name, your dates, your date of birth, your purpose. If your date of birth in your name, or for if you're a Nigerian, in your name, it's different from your date of birth in your BVN, there's gonna be a problem. It shows discrepancy. So your names must correlate. If you have only two names in one document and you have one name, just three names in one document, it's enough to disqualify you. If you have that, you must have an affidavit to back it up. Your dates of birth, your purpose of traveling, everything must correlate and there must be consistency. Try as much as you can to make sure your documents are intact. Number two, choose the right visa category. I think I spoke in my last video. You can't be applying for a tourist visa when you actually want to go for a work visa. Come on, it's not right. It's not right. So make sure you choose the right visa category. Make sure the visa matches your purpose. If your purpose is to get a job, make sure you're getting a work visa. If your purpose is to visit, make sure you get the tourist visa. If your purpose is to study, make sure you go for a study visa. Don't mix it. If you're going to look for a school to study, don't go for a work visa. If you're going for tourism, don't go for a study visa. It must correlate. These are the things that they look at, and from their questioning, they get to know what you're actually going for, and they suspect. Applying for the wrong visa is a common reason for denial. Applying for the wrong visa is a common reason for denial. Now, number three is show strong ties to your home country. I've emphasized it over and over again. Your strong ties to your home country, especially for study and also for tourist or visit visa. You must show strong ties. Include documents showing family properties to let them know that you have a property in Nigeria you have to come back home. Okay? Include a job that you have a job you have to come back home for. Include a school, maybe you're a student, come back for schooling, you have a school in Nigeria, you have to come back for a country, to your home country and school. There are some things you need to come back for. Something is bringing you back to Nigeria. You have a family, you have a wife and kid to come back home to meet. All right? There must be some connection that will surely bring you back to your country, especially for the tourist and study visa. And also, this proves that you intend to return after your visit, especially for non-immigrants. I like tagging the work visa as an indirect migration because it shows you're not really coming back. You're working because it might be 2 years or 3 years. And of course, whenever you're working, it can be extended for another 2 years, and the extension can continue until you are eligible for a PR. So most especially non-immigrant visas are not expected to remain to the expected to come back. So there must be a strong tie to your home country. I keep emphasizing this; it's very important. Now, number four is provide financial proof. Provide financial proof. Bank statements, pay slips, tax returns, or sponsors financial documents make sure the money is traceable and comes from a reliable source. Now you see your bank statements tell a lot about you, your financial strength, the cash flow, in your accounts, how money comes in, how money goes out. It's very important. Then also your pay slips. It shows that you're working somewhere, you're paying salary. It shows how much comes into your account, how much you are making. It shows it can sustain you while you are there. And also your tax returns. Also your sponsor's financial documents. If someone is sponsoring you, are they sure that that person is capable of taking care of you while you are there? And these are the things you have to consider while you are applying for a visa. Now you have to make sure that the money is traceable and it comes from a reliable source. These are the reasons for this is because they are trying to control what is called money laundering, or maybe you're trying to run in with someone's money, all this stuff. They want to be sure where your source is from to see if there's going to be continuity. Do you understand? So these are one of the reasons why we have to. These are one of the things you have to look out to on how to avoid visa denial. Then number five is prepare for the interview. A lot of us don't prepare for interviews very well. A lot of us don't prepare for interview. Be confident, be consistent, and clear your travel plans. Be consistent, be confident and be consistent about your travel plans. Be clear about it. This is more on the tourist or the visit visas. Bring a well organized file with all supporting documents, originals plus copies. Every file, every document that is experience that is needed, that is required, make sure they are available, both the original copy and the photocopies. You understand? Make sure they are available. All that you need, every document required, make sure they are available. Practice answering basic questions like, why are you traveling to this country? Give them honest answers. How long do you want to stay? Who is funding your trip? These are the three major questions they want you to answer. Once they want to know, why are you coming to my country? That shows purpose. How long do you want to stay? That shows the period. And three, who is funding you? That shows your financial strength, your ability to sustain that, to sustain yourself. That's sustenance. Who's going to sustain you? Because when you don't have money, you begin to something begins to happen, you begin to steal. So they don't want all that to happen. So why are you visiting this country? And how long do you want to stay? And who is going to fund you? That's the sustainability. How are you going to take care of yourself so they don't get hungry, you don't get pushed to do something bad? And the number six is meet all requirements. Remember, I'm talking of how to avoid a visa denial. The number six one is meet all requirements. This is one of the reasons why this is one of the ways to avoid visa denial. Number six, meet all requirements. Educational requirement for studies, job experience, health exams, and so on. For instance, right now, your medical insurance is needed when you're traveling. They need you to have these things. Whenever you're traveling, make sure you check all the requirements, the list of requirements, and make sure you have them complete and ready. Remember consistency. Consistency is important. Don't give them any reason to doubt any information you're giving them. Make sure your passport is valid and not damaged. Make sure your passport is valid and not damaged. Number seven is avoid red flags. Avoid red flags. Avoid at all costs. Avoid red flags. Now, frequent or recent visa denials, all these things. Like I think I told you in the previous video that your past experience, your visa denials, all these things that they are part of things of like overstays. There are things that can give them red flags that you may actually want to overstay in your country. I remember when I traveled to the UAE and I went on a tourist visa and it was getting close to I took a 3 month visa and it was getting close to my exit period. I had two choices to either stay and I want to stay or I left. I left. I left the country and I came back to Nigeria because I wanted to sustain that integrity. Because if you don't, it will affect you in the future. So these are the little red flags. Avoid recent or any form of visa denials. Why? Because when they see that you've been denied visa some time ago, they want to ask you why. And don't be so shocked. They also call the embassy and find out why. They want to find out why. They do a background check and want to know why you were denied visa. And if they have good reasons over there, they have also give that reason. They'll check. And they find any slight thing that is wrong, they'll deny the visa. Remember, every embassy can relate with any other embassy to make findings about you. Just have that at the back of your mind. They remember what is called background check. They'll do a background check on you. Even to the aspect of social media. They'll do a background check and see how you have been. How have you been relating with others?